It's the Cable League. MTGO Show.
Ooh. Could probably take Stage and wheel the Dark Depths. I want to take Converter and try and wheel Frog. We'll see. Ooh, Tameo Hum. Duress also tempting there. I think Tameo wins a lot. Haste up Stage. Smice T and me. Yeah, some more Cube, Hum. Some more Cube, why not? I think I like Emperor Bones here. Currency Converter can bin fatties. Emperor Bones can launch them. Hey, thanks, Stage. I think, I mean, I don't mind drafting this all day, right? Even after I get a qualifier token. I was told that you can stack them. I didn't see it in writing, but... Oh, that Kappa Cannoneer might actually be really good here. Fire Covenant's a reasonable splash. Tidebinder, totally fine card. But with Tameo and Currency Converter spitting out artifacts, I kind of wonder if I should be capping. It's an idea, What am I most excited to open in Vegas? Probably whatever the most expensive card is, right? Give me that Black Lotus. Speaking of the price of power, I'm really surprised by the price of Time Twister, right? That card used to be the cheapest one. But it's legal in Commander, so now it's the most expensive. Kind of wild. Yeah, I'm not committed to artifacts yet, so I don't need to grab this Talisman. I can grab, like, True Name. It's fine. Hey, thanks, Cajun Guy. Right, the qualifier tokens can stack. So I can get a few of these. A little Tar Pit action. Yeah, basically Shamstron. They're, like, way cheaper arena opens. But there's a third level. Man, Shinobi's actually, like, really good here. I'm looking at this life death, though, The Shinobi just, like, gets to connect, right, because of the Tameo and the True Name. Do I want to try adding Reanimator or no? Give me the Shinobi. We good. Hey, Crash VH2, thanks the sub. How long do the feeder leagues go for? So this one goes for 2 days, and then the 64 persons start. And there's like 2 64 persons per day. I think I like Sewers over Liliana. Both great here, of course. Hey, Hibbity Long Ears, thanks to the sub, thanks to 81 months. I'm hoping that late Shinobi was a sign. God damn it. Yeah, pack one, pick one. I took a Currency Converter over Psychic Frog because they go like very well together. And the hope was that I would get to wheel the Frog. Really great Frog start here. So now not only did I not get the Frog back, but I also have another blue-black opponent to fight with. This is okay. Like, Troll's good here too. Troll or Jace would also be good. We're going to take the Troll. Something to get launched with the Emperor Bones, right? Deck would be a lot better with the Frog in it, though. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. You think Frog wheels less than Converter? And Converter can go into like any deck. And Frog's like a gold card. I don't think you're right. But especially in a pack with like Jace the Mind Sculptor and Troll and a bunch of other good cards in those colors, right? I don't think so, Shamestron. I like, because of like where we got the fixing, I don't think it's a big deal. I think I think they're to the left of us, right? So like we might have a weak pack here, but then we'll have a good pack 3. Kind of wish I grabbed that Life Death. Now that I've got Archon. Pyrogoyf is in this cube, yeah. That's fair, Mana Works. I agree with you that people respect Converter less. I'm gonna grab a Seed Shark. Hope Gush Wheels. One more evasive threat for the Shinobi to connect. That's an Academy. So Academy and Tamiyo are good together, and there's a currency converter here. And I do have a couple of random artifacts kicking around. Could take Brainstormer, Knight's Whisper. I'm going to take the Academy. I'm going to get a little frisky. Sea Shark also spits out artifacts. I might be like medium on artifacts, but still want to play the Academy. In that case, we'll probably be like cutting the Emperor Bones and the Archon. Hedge my bets a little bit here. I like the Walking Ballista can juice up an Academy or be a mana sink for it. That appeals to me. Yeah, I think if we move into artifacts, we're probably actually ditching a lot of these black cards, which is awkward. You like Turtle to let Shinobi attack? Yeah, this is starting to look reasonable. One of the issues with being blue-black artifacts instead of blue-white is the lack of sweepers. White gets a lot of nice sweepers. How amped up am I for the Vegas cube? I mean, I'm not someone who like gets like fucking chicken counting before I actually get there. If I qualify for Vegas, I'll be very excited. And if I do not qualify for Vegas, I will not care. I don't really care if someone that's not me makes a lot of money or whatever. I was like cool, right? good for you. Not like jazz, right? Can you take bets on whether I'll qualify? Sure, you can bet on whatever you want. It's a free country. Oh, this map's really good, right? We can just always have the Academy. Kind of wish I'd grabbed that Urza, huh? We passed Urza for something. I think the Archon. If only I'd pivoted slightly sooner. Yeah, a little light on playables due to the pivot, but having Academy and Workshop is pretty nuts. We can kind of just take like whatever artifact trash and have a good deck now. And the Tamiyo and the Sea Shark fit this really well. You'll be curious to see if the competition increases profits for Moto enough to offset the cost of the event payout. I mean, it's not just Moto, right? Isn't it like sponsored by... Like, it was Martin Juza working through his sponsor that, like, had the idea. I don't think it's just Daybreak with skin in the game here. Ultimate Guard, thank you, chat. Like, I think if there was a chance of them losing money on this event, they would just not be running it right. Seems pretty intuitive. There's some artifacts here that I really like. I'm a big fan of Shadow Spear plus Kappa Cannoneer. It's like basically Splinter Twin. But because we've got Expedition Map to just always have the Academy, I think we always want this Time Spiral too. And the Spiral also works really well with Narset and the Seed Shark. It should just be really strong here. Palantir is a great card to play off of Workshops on turn 1, so we're going to snag that up. That could have used some more fast mana. I'm a little bit worried about getting like rolled if we don't have like a Workshop start before I can get rolling. No Moxen here. Hey, sup, Retrofitter. So this is not a bad Tinker Shell, right? Tinker can go get Portal, and that's okay. I feel like Retrofitter is more important with the Tellurian Academy here. And with the map just always giving us the Academy. Be even better if I had that Urza, but this is pretty good. Alright, how are we doing? We're actually doing really well playable-wise. This is not bad. Oh no, there's the 2 extra lands over there. So we need 5 more playables. That seems very doable, right? And if we get more than that, we can always like replace True Name or what have you. Oh yeah, the Thopter Foundry doesn't do much. We don't get a Sword of the Meek. I don't love this Zern Orb. I might play it just to be a free artifact, though. It's like a Mox Sapphire if you have an Academy draw, right? You like C for Troll? The thing is, we're just like not really black here at Corthian. Like the Troll's finding me under City Sewers, and that's like its only real use, and sometimes we're gonna cast it. We don't like need it to fix for black mana. We're basically mono blue. If I'd taken that Tinker earlier, I would actually really like this Mystical Tutor. But right now it's only fetching Time Spiral in the entire deck. I'm just going to take Soul Guide Lantern. It's fine. The Inquisition calls to me as well. Cryptic Coat versus Odawara. Let's take the Coat. We still need a few more playables. That's another artifact, huh? Kind of cute with the Seed Shark. The most off-color talisman ever. A Brazen Bar, or I don't want to play. Or a Phyrexian Revoker. Sure. Sophia Mana Rocks. Yeah, usually when you're the artifact deck, you end up with like a Mox Opal or something. We didn't get anything like that. But the fact that we have Workshop and Academy is pretty good. Should still have some nice explosive starts. Yeah, my biggest regret was passing the Urza. Kind of wish I'd committed to artifacts a little sooner instead of hedging for Frog. I am glad that I took the Academy, though, when I saw it in Pack 2. Ended up a lot better. I think we would have had a pretty medium Reanimator deck here. So the cards I'd like to replace are those two. Hey, Shadow Spear came back. The True Name gets a lot better with the Shadow Spear, but we already have like Cryptic Coat and Kappa Cannoneer, and probably don't need the True Name. It does get a lot better with it, though. I've certainly raced somebody with Shadow Spear plus True Name before. The Shadow Spear also makes me feel a lot better about not having sweepers here, because our ability to race just like skyrocketed. Or hold off attacks with a big lifelinker. Yeah, we're gonna play the Dam with almost no white fixing, yeah. There's Coalition Relic that can like make it a sweeper by itself. I almost like Saheeli, I almost like Larcenist. I almost like Carnage Interpreter, huh? With the Academy. They're all kind of cute here. Yeah, I thought there was an outside chance the Tinker came back, since we were the ones with the portal. Any sweet uses of Shadow Spear's hidden ability? I have traded Dark Depths tokens before in combat, because we both had Shadow Spears. Doesn't happen that often, huh? Yeah, Tinker is basically a sweeper. Little risk of flooding here. A lot of cards devoted to mana. But then we get like Time Spiral, Narset, Palantir, Converter, Retrofitter. We've got flood inhibitors too. Updating the Mox Field. Hey, Chesty92, thanks for 37 months. Another month of supporting Sir Barrington. Sir Barrington needs it. The Feeder League logistics. If you trophy a Feeder League, you get a token that you can use to enter one of the 64 persons. There's going to be 2 64 persons running, I think, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday next week. And if you win one of them, you can draft in the playoff draft. It's kind of a lot. No Workshop or Academy here, but we do have Tinker. If you trophy, you can't enter the league again. Oh, no. You can stack up entries. It's actually better. It's actually better if you have not trophied one of these leagues yet. It's better that way. So you actually have opponents to play against. Get your own qualification. You'd be much sadder if you joined this and didn't have people to draft with. The Ringers cannot try to keep people out, Bowie. There will be 64 people in the draft. To make it, you essentially got to go 15-0. Sort of. It's more like going 12-0. These feeder leagues, I imagine, are going to be a lot easier than the rest, and you can like lose in them, right, and then join another one, and they're very cheap to enter. But then, yeah, you have to win a 64 and then also 3-0. Correct, Osric. That is a good way of putting it. How quick did these fire? This one didn't take that long. There's currently like 580 people in the league. Correctivity. More like winning 9 matches in a row, though. Kind of reads like they're gonna edict me with his bone shards. Yeah, right. There's a bunch of 64 persons, so it wouldn't make sense to cap the league, right? If they're doing multiple 64 persons in a week, it just wouldn't make any sense at all. Oh, right. That's fine. We'll leave that evolved sleeper. See what the portal next turn. Hey, Professor, things the 32 months. You get Caleb D MTG for your whole workday today? Hell yeah. The longest streak I ever had, Hibbity Long Ears, was 38 matches with Caleb Gannon's Synergy Cube. And I'm actually going to get to draft that cube on Sunday. I have a buddy who's doing a baby shower, but it's cube based, so the drafters show up and bring like diapers and stuff. Anyway, he's got the Caleb Gannon's cube all sleeved up and ready to go. I'm not on a delay. These events are currently less high stakes than a regular draft Helior. They cost 80 play points instead of 100 to enter. We already have our Graveyard Hate in the main deck here. I can play my own Emperor. I kind of dig that. What I played over though, huh? Is there an orb, I suppose? And then it would be intuitive to bring in Troll, but I worry about the opponent reanimating the Troll. The rewards are not higher, Helior. The reward for this is you get to play in a 64-person draft that has no prize. And then once you finally win the 64-person, then you finally are in a prize draft. People are like really overvaluing this feeder league, is what it sounds like. It's a satellite tournament for a satellite for a satellite for a big tournament. It's a triple satellite. Correct, you win $1 million if you win a feeder league. But these feeder league drafts are on, what's the word? Yeah, lower stakes than a typical cube draft. You'd have to be a real sad sack of shit to have to cheat at them. And then if you have to cheat at these to win, you have no chance of winning a 64-person. Just drop and go again if you take one loss. Yeah, you might just be done if you take a loss. I'm not sure. Single limb league. Yeah, it's literally single a limb. Correct. The 64s also require a win. So there's going to be 8 64s that feed into the actual draft that qualify you for the for Vegas. Why are they calling it a league? Because it's cross-pod pairings. So you can actually have opponents. Instead of sitting here waiting for your 1-8 person to fire him. Really hoping this fucking Tamio gets to live and make treasure here, huh? And gets a lot better in that case. Each account? What are you talking about, bookkeeper? Entry to what? We're talking about like 6 different tournaments here. entry to what? Well, there goes my Tamio dreams. And we did not rip another land or an artifact to play here. Remember that the Emperor Bones is replacing Zurinorb, which would have been an amazing draw here. So, fuck me, I guess. Yes, you can enter the league again if you lose. There wouldn't be enough opponents. If everyone only got 1 shot, there wouldn't be enough opponents. They couldn't draft. The system wouldn't work. Oh, the Narset doesn't live, does it? Hold on. Because the currency converter can make it 2-2. I just got a down tick. I don't think I should. Maybe I shouldn't have even played the Narset. It's not a Wizards run tournament, Helior. It's Daybreak. Daybreak runs Moto. This is a Daybreak run tournament. And yeah, they're buying the cube. They've talked a lot about, you know, what their philosophy around the cards they're putting in and stuff. They said that they want like all the commons to be at least beta. They want it all to be schwankity. Yell at Somodonoka. You just said presumably Wizards, the company, bought the cube. I don't. That is what I'm responding to. Your comment right there. You clearly did not know. We're mana short of Time Spiral. We're taking 8 damage here. That's a lot of damage. It was a reply? Correct. And your reply was presumably Wizards, the company, bought the cube from someone. Oh man, I should have saved this to play after the Seed Shark. I'm in so much better if I'm not able to spiral here. Why am I reading the public messages? Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was saying, Dragonhide. Helior is just pretty confused about it for some reason. It's okay. It's okay to be confused. No need to get defensive. I've been confused before. It's a complicated thing. You think so, Al Cortez? Now Umont is confused about Helior being confused? Chat's wildin' today. Does he even live? I don't think so. I think I can scoop with this. Just go next here. They have 3 lethal creatures, and like we just give them a fresh grip. I'm just gonna save a little bit of time. All right, I'm mad at the Emperor Bone Splash. I'm gonna cut it now. Caleb's the confused one. That sounds like you're being defensive about your own confusion, Platos Eggs. That sounds like projection to me. I don't think I've ever been confused in my life. It's one of my superpowers. Crow's not confused at all. Hey, that's fair too. That's true, Dragonheart. There's a lot of confusing and unique things. This currency converter is so fucking good. Come out a Ballista here too. I guess I'd do that. I can play it for more next turn though. I'll just wait. This feels like a really good spot, right? Like, we only have 2 lands, but... Heck of a card, that currency converter. Hell yeah, Radley. It does have really good vibes. Not bad, eh? Not bad. Have I trophied 3 times in a row ever? At least once. Could have blinked coat there again. I think we're fine, though. Oh, shit, what up? Hey, Sick Robot thinks the 70 months, the big 7-0. Got me. This hand could use an academy or workshops, but it's still, you know, it's got a turn 3 turtle in it. White converted for some redraws. It's fine. Correct, I'm random. Opponents do see your morph permanents at end of game. They don't change the rules. It is a paper anti-cheat thing, but they don't change the rules when you're playing online. You get the same amount of info that you would in playing in paper. Try and keep it as close as possible, huh? No. Well, I have a 33% chance of saving the turtle, huh? Damn. We get a 2-2. If we want to make it 2-2. If the opponent's got a reanimation spell, they might be able to use it, The Kappa Cannoneer. Hopefully not. Well, let's just fucking do that. So I've had better draw 7s and I've had worse draw 7s. This one was very mana hungry, or mana heavy rather. I feel like the deck probably has like one too many lands in it. So mana rocks are neutral. They're mana neutral when you have an Academy down. Because they tap for a mana and they produce one more mana for the Academy. To play around days or not to play around days? I'll play around it. I'll leave some stuff up. This track's so cool. Hey, thanks, you guys. Having a good day. I've got so many tournaments coming up. I'm really excited. I think I was fiending. I think I was jonesing for competitive Magic. And now I'm just getting like a lot all in a row. I'm feasting. Got me Salty Rutabaga. Yeah, some physical tournaments. Tomorrow I'm playing Pre-Modern here in town. At the start of August, I'm taking a week off of streaming and going and playing a bunch of tournaments in Gen Con, RCQs, and the like. I'm in the middle of like the MTGO Masters series. I advanced last week, so I'm not sure when the next time I'm playing that is, but really enjoying Modern right now. What's the pre-modern brew? I'm not 100%. I think I'm playing Black-White Control, but I might bring a Lurin. We also have, yeah, I've got a lot of options. Tonight we're gonna like build sideboards and stuff, get everything nailed down. You can indeed play Stasis in pre-modern. It's a deck that I don't own personally, but you could play it. Holy shit, this opener, huh? What cards work well with Stasis in pre-modern? Well, you have the discard land, where you discard a card on your upkeep to untap it. And then you can also use like a Chain of Vapor to bounce it on your opponent's end of turn, get your full untap, and replay it. And then usually they kill with like the rack. Or maybe it's the one that's not the rack. The one mana artifact that if they have more than 4 cards in their hand, they take damage. That one's really good with not letting your opponent untap ever. Yeah, Black Vice. Oh yeah, Gush is really good in Stasis. Chronotog is legal, but nobody plays it. Firebad. Just not as good as other win cons, I don't think. No, my Academy! Oh man, in my head I was just thinking not Academy, not Academy, not Academy. That's alright. Yeah, Stasis certainly has its bad matchups. The deck's better than it looks though, for sure. Yeah, that makes sense. The Stasis would have a rough time with Korean Ranger. Korean Ranger's so good. I wonder what they're vamping up over there. How good is Blue White Tron in pre-modern? Depends on your meta. Blue White Tron is a really good control beater, and it matches up okay against like aggro decks and the like. It's pretty bad against Armageddon. If there's people playing Armageddons in your meta, I don't recommend it. Well, a lot of land destruction's not that great. Named him a Nime. And you can play Teferi's Response. That card's fucked up. Actual Geddons, though. Actual Geddons are rough. It's the people like in playing in actual Modern have always like overvalued lane destruction against Tron. But when your entire deck is a bunch of like cantrips and stuff that find you Tron pieces, it's like, all right, whatever. And Blue-White Tron in particular can function pretty well, even without the Tron assembled, right? And then it's just a Blue-White control deck. Is Hibernation good for selves? It's not terrible. It is sort of like a one-turn fog. I should have been bottoming that. We've got like 8 mana here. Oh well. I missed the comment that led to the banning, but I assume it was it was warranted. An easy one? Yeah. Monster, you usually hesitant on the ban button. And I was like, fucking, like I blinked and it happened. How have I not gotten this fucking Karn down yet? Oh, just self-promotion? Oh, okay. That's not that exciting. They decided to mill for the Dothy Voidwalker. Doesn't look like they got a lot. Tamiyo is indeed nuts with Academy, yeah. Well, now they can play the Zeranorm to live through another turn. That's pretty good, right? Oh, they don't have a... Yeah. I think they thought that they were going to do damage. I think they thought that their best way to win the game was to hit like a Time Walk or something off of the Dothy. That's what I assume was going on there. Okie dokie. I think they meant to jump it. I would have blocked with Tamiyo if they jumped it. No big deal. Man, this currency converter has just been fucking... I mean, there's 2 Hymn to Turok decks back to back. I don't think you keep an opener like this with no Academy, no Tinker, no Workshops. The currency converter has kind of got me questioning though. I'm like, maybe it's good. And then once we're down to 6, I broaden my range. Broaden my range a bit. Going to 5 on the play is pretty miserable, right? So if we win this, we'll get a token for one of the 8 64-person drafts happening. Opponent's on 5. They weren't scared. They weren't scared to go to 5. You were really fond of the first hand. Yeah, I mean you're not mulliganing to like this hand specifically, right? You're mulliganing at a chance at a better 6. When your whole deck is built around workshops and academy, and you've got expedition map to go find them too, I think you're doing yourself a disservice if you're not taking at least one mull towards them. So if I run out the relic, I will not have enough mana for Kappa Cannoneer next turn unless I draw land. So I'm just gonna pass. I'm just gonna pass with this. You like how we went from Psydub to Melrose Place OST? Yeah, I mean, it's my chill playlist. There's a King Gizzard and Lizard Wizard track after this. The only connection between all the songs on this playlist is that they relax me. Sentinel's pretty good. Really like getting the Tameo down, but I think playing the Shadow Spear is better there. Oh, shit, what up? Hey, Dagon Blackblade, thanks for the 22 months. You're very welcome for the 6 streams. You're still working through the VODs? Hell yeah. Yeah, so much cube content, If I land here, I don't know if I should go Coalition Relic into Tameo or just like equip Shadow Spear, play Tameo. Might depend on what kind of blockers they got up. You have 100k doubloons and nothing stupid to spend it on. Should I add a point reward for 100k? What if you spent 100k doubloons and I silently, without changing my facial expression, fart live on stream? But, like I said, it's silent. And if you bring it up, if you mention it to me, I'll never acknowledge that it happened. I'll just act confused. As though I had forgotten that I had made such a reward in the first place, and then that I didn't actually fart on stream. But you'll know. You'll know because you paid the 100k doubloons. I don't infest it, but that does sound like me. Man, an academy or workshops would be really good here, wouldn't they? Just the fucking best. Because then I could make Kappa unblockable while also equipping Shadow Spear. I guess if I equip Shadow Spear, I'll be fine. Oh, they hit a land anyway. Water Grave, they got blue man in there. Yeah, we're taking the Ren Friend. Otherwise, I'd be much more concerned if they didn't have that Ren down right now. You're loving the medical drama soundtrack? Amazing. This is Chronotype Projects, Dawn Trader. I think I added it because it reminds me of the, well, the Narnia books, right? Loved that shit when I was a kid. Ate it up. Gobbled it down. Could not get enough. Scared British children being tortured by animals in a fantasy land. This is fucking great. I will read this over and over again. My little sister still has the books that my mom bought us all for Christmas one year. I remember some of my first memories were her reading the books to me and my older sister. My older sister is like 7 years older than me, right? So I must have been like 2.5 or something. And then when we got through with them, my little sister read them and reread them, and just the most well-loved books you've ever seen in your life, like taped together and stuff, like laminated with 2-inch tape, being held on. Anyway, we just got a raid. Aspiring Spike, thanks for the raid with 1,144 viewers. Welcome, folks. Did we do a shout out for Aspiring Spike? I got an Aspiring Spike sub too. Spike sub to me. Hell yeah. Yeah, if y'all aren't following Aspiring Spike yet, you are fucking up. One of the best for a reason, Lot of great modern brews. I saw his name in the trophy list here. Must be going for the cube. The vintage cube in-person draft as well, Trying, throwing his hat in the ring. You'd love to see it. Got my work cut out for me. Hey, Ruth Buzzy, thanks for the sub. Thanks for sharing the prime. What books was I talking about? I was talking about Narnia. Because the song we were just listening to was called Dawn Trader. Should I be jumping that? Oh well, I didn't. Hopefully they don't have 9 damage specifically, That'd be awkward. Oh my god, they can kill my Kappa Cannoneer. So used to Ward 4 being basically hexproof, or sometimes better hexproof. Voyage was your favorite of the books? Voyage was a fun one. It was the most like adventure-y, Yeah, kind of wishing that Tamio had jumped there. I'd be feeling a lot better at 15 life than 9. I could have killed the Wayfinder to force them to sack the Sentinel. Yeah, I think I might want the Ballista to go face, though. 1 ring's at 2 here. We'll see what our draw is. I could have, Mark. Thank you. I'm getting griefed. That is troubling. I was hoping to be able to print out the cryptic code here. That'd be a nice backup, I really liked how fucking weird The Magician's Nephew was. Really bizarre fucking book. Hey, Wormsbane, thanks for the 39 months. Carry on indeed. A few leagues have been harsh to you. Yeah, at least the buy-in's cheap, Do I just pump the Walking Ballista here? I could untap Monolith and get pretty close to casting Portal. I mean, they're taking 2 damage from the 1 ring. So we just pump the Walking Ballista and pass. They just can't take a damage from anything at all. I mean, they certainly can win, right? Kill Tamio, bolt me or something. I like that the Walking Ballista kind of holds off a Minsk and Boo win. I guess Minsk and Boo could just huck, right? And just huck the Sentinel. But then I'm pumping any... Not pumping any hamsters, at least. Yeah, I can just pump the Sentinel, though. Hey, Super Mario, thanks for 55 months. You're here to take $6 from Bezos instead of $5 now. Well upgraded. People are missing out when they start with Land, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. I don't think so, Dragonlord Freya. I think reading them in printed order is usually correct. You don't need to start with prequels. Oh yeah, for sure, Dragonlord. The tank has to be a good sign? Maybe. I mean, they're probably going to draw with a 1 ring, right? Yeah. That is milled at Cruxa. Oh, I guess we have stuff to discard to it. Exactly, Ramesses. If you lose a match, drop try again. It's 3-0 or bust. Demonic Tutor, that's terrifying. There are no prizes for non-3-0s. It is just a satellite. And the buy-in is cheaper than a typical league. Pretty low stakes events here. Just wildly incorrect, their ugly paintings. Just so confidently incorrect. You can indeed accumulate multiple tokens and enter multiple 64s, which a lot of people are going to be doing, what I hope to do. I want to play as many of the 64s as I can. Bizarre, Bizarre bins 3 lands. You can save them, Hips, yeah. I like the Graveyard Hate, Earlier we faced Reanimator and I boarded an Emperor of Bones over the Zern Orb, and then I lost because I had an Emperor of Bones instead of a Zern Orb, so I'm just not going to do anything. Maybe Larcenist should come in here, just some random removal spell. Sometimes a 0 mana artifact is just what you need, though. Opponent's got a Soul Ring in their deck too. It's pretty juicy. Yeah, I'm just gonna run it back. Well, if they're Hagaking, I should have Larcenist in. Just cutting our set. I like Seed Shark with the Academy a lot. Yeah, I don't know, Mark. Maybe they would have died to the One Ring regardless. Yeah, so usually I would mulligan looking for either Academy or Workshops with this style of deck. And then I might keep a hand that's got Kappa Cannoneer or Tinker in it or something. In this matchup where they're playing Hagak, I feel like Soul Guide Lantern's a little bit better than usual. Yeah, they're bizarring over there, right? I think I'm just supposed to... Oh, hello. Do I just play a Shark Pass? I think I'm going to play a Lantern Pass and just activate Converter. Now I'll play it. The nice thing about sandbagging the Shark is you can for sure get some value, right? I think True Name's going to be good in this matchup. We'll see. This deck's kind of cool. Yeah, I like these artifacty decks. They're very dependent on Tolarian Academy. You can sometimes get them to work without Academy, but it's really important. There's so much better with it. And the Academy's more important than a Mox or something. It's crazy. If you're in pack 3 and you see Mox Sapphire and a Tolarian Academy and you're in this archetype, it's not it's not actually a hard choice. Well, it's a hard choice, but I'll just contradict myself 6 times. And then because of Academy, cards like Moxen are more important than stuff like Recall and Time Walk, which is interesting for a blue deck in Vintage Cube, right? Usually the blue power is so much better. Would I go into a deck like this without the Academy? So the way that this deck happened, in pack 1, I pack 1 pick 1 to Currency Converter, thinking that I might wheel a Frog to go with it, because I really like Frog and Currency Converter. And then at a certain point in pack 1, I picked up a Kappa Cannoneer, but the Frog didn't wheel, so I knew so I'd grabbed a couple blue-black duels and stuff, but I knew blue-black wasn't going to be as open as I wanted it to be. So in Pack 2, when I saw Academy, I was like, oh, that's a good pivot. I already have Tameo, which works really well with Academy. I already had Chromos Seed Shark, which works well with Academy. I had Converter, which is good with it. And taking the Academy didn't make me, like, throw away Blue-Black as an option. Like, I still could have ended up being Blue-Black. But then, like, I was in a position where I could take advantage of it, right? Could take advantage of the synergies. Hagak in the graveyards. Interesting. Is it more difficult when you're drafting Academy versus Mox Sapphire where you have to keep the physical card? No, that's easier. You take the Mox. You take the Mox, huh? Right. Convoke Delve. So currently they're at 4. If they loot Bazaar. Am I supposed to just kill this Agak? Just crack the lantern now. Yeah, fuck it. Let's sack. How often do I get to play with paper power cards? I think like once every couple years. The first CubeCon was the last time I played with power cards and paper. Nice. We did it, folks. It's just that easy. We're gonna be doing this all day long. We would like as many entries as possible.